your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in My Team. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive My Team?
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in My Team.
I like the sound of that.
I know something that we're...
The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. And the game of... Now it's ended...
Blazers Cup.
The players love him. Thank you, David. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Portland, 2 spots down.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, this season has definitely qualified as a success for them. Their failures were well documented a year ago, and this year, the ups clearly outweigh the downs.
Well, there was no way you were going to limbo under the bar that was set for them coming into this season. So low. Just about anything other than a last-place finish would have been considered a success. It's just terrific that they've gotten themselves into playoff contention.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic, also Seth Curry out there. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Doncic passes to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. Kept alive. Porzingis makes it off the glass.
Tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up, and he's just too big to not get some.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Shot by Collins, no good. Fast break, Dallas. Curry's got the ball. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Finney Smith. Some solid defense from Lillard. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first. Oh, the power on that.
Unreal. Another reminder, Kevin, that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Hardaway finds Porzingis. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Collins doesn't go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And Doncic gets it to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Passes to Lillard. He kicks to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Back to Lillard. High post, Nurkic. Deep 2 from Anthony. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Finney Smith chipped back in for 2. Finney Smith's got his second bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Nurkic. Buries it down low.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
Dallas leading by 5. Hardaway passes to Finney Smith. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Collins finds Anthony. Good on the 3-point shot. Anthony's got 6.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch-and-shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Out to Doncic. From downtown. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Burke in for Doncic. J.J. Barea checked in for Dallas. And it's tied up with that one. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. There's the pass to Hazanya. In the corner, it's Little. Pocket 4, back to Hazonia. Trying his luck from deep. Little can't hit. Mavericks leading by 3. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Marjanovic. No good on the triple. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Trent, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
He hits both from the stripe.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Burke. Trying to find Wright. He's got it now. Good on the shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
That will count. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got J.J. Barea. Also, Trey Burke out there. Marjanovic is out there with Wright. And it's Kleber in at the 4 slot.
Clearly a foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. Right side, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Dallas again missing. Trailblazers trail by 3. Simons surveying the D. From past the arc. And Wright pulls it down. The Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Barea dishes to Wright. Dallas moving it around. Out to the right wing. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Whiteside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Here's Trent following the score by Dallas. Right side, the pass to Simons. Here's Little. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Kleba kicks to Burke. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Now here's Little, guarded by Wright. Here's Trent. Gets a very good look and converts. Trent's got 6 points.
Look, I know everybody wants to play point guard, but when Whiteside starts to do it, look out.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Parkas. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Passes it to Simons. There's 1:26 left in the first half. Little can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Here's Trent, guarded by Barea. It's up a 3. Trent can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Barea, the pass to Wright. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 7. The feed to Whiteside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Get out your wedge. Chip shot there from Whiteside. And that's the reason why his field goal percentage is always as high as it is in any given year.
Launches it. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Goes up the baseline. No good that time. And they're moving it up. Trent can't hit.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
18 feet out, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. Their lead at one point was up to 7. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, and the numbers don't jump out at you, but the impact on the game sure does.
Well, the commitment he has to fill his role and consistently fill that role, that's what that team needs from him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
What a luxury for a staff to have a guard who can do this. Lillard able to elevate quickly for the monster jam.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Offline with his three.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish. And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Outside Anthony. The pass to Nurkic. Over Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Here's Lillard. After Luka Doncic's bucket, McCollum finds Anthony. Shot to stop the run. Portland no good that time either. Dallas leading by 6. On the wing, Doncic shoots over Lillard. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Curry against McCollum. Outside Collins. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Curry.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
It's Lillard, top of the key. Not going to go that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Doncic. And the 3 ball is good. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And stolen by Whiteside. Collins dishes to Carmelo. Here's Trent. No good with the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Kleber, the pass to Doncic. And here is Wright. He's guarded by Collins. Here's Doncic. And Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
The Trailblazers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. No free throws good from Lillard. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Doncic. Good work defensively by Whiteside. It'll count. That one, no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Curry is out there with Doncic, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Now here's Anthony. Pass to Simons. No good from outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Curry has it in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Here's Kleba, covered by Anthony. Kleba, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Lillard finds Anthony.
And the defense has really locked down on them in this half. They need to start working to get some higher percentage shots.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right side, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Anthony. Back to Lillard. To the inside, Collins. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Curry on the wing. Outside Hardaway. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 1:49 left in the game. Second chance shot. Lillard finds Collins. Releases. Offensive rebound. Right side. Left side Collins. Deep 2 from Anthony. And at last they get one to fall.
Well, he hunts them down, but it will take Melo just a few shots to catch fire, and the defense better be aware of it. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by Dallas. Simons, the pass to Lillard. Here's Whiteside. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. 9 feet out. And Whiteside sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Curry looking it over. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Pass to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Doncic with it. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Kicks it to Carmelo. From deep 3-point range, it's rebounded by Doncic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Left side, Hardaway. On the wing, Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Nice hand.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Alton.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
And with pregame.
In the left.
It sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris.
And he's gone dry. over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Dallas, you've got Luka Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Curry in at the 2.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
Marjanovic passes to Curry. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Porzingis. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Cans it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
First quarter, just over a minute played. It's stolen by Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Porzingis kicks to Marjanovic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Leonard laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. And yes, it's good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
From deep. That shot no good. George with the defensive effort. On the wing, Morris. Outside, Leonard. Morris kicks to George. Over Curry. They get the rebound. Zubats. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. Second, Porzingis.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
There's the 3.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Here's Finney-Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. And there's the pass to Beverly. Up again, and George able to finish. George has got his second basket of the night. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
The Clippers in the lead. Beverly for 3. It's deflected. They recover it. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either. From deep, Green. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for one. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got J.J. Barea, also Trey Burke out there, and it's Kleber in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Clippers leading by 5. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Green kicks to Leonard. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Mavericks shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Wright finds Burke. Drops in the tray. Burke's got 5 points so far.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Green passes to Jackson. Leonard looking around. And there it is for him. 16 points for him.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Here's Burke. And he hits it to tie the game up. Burke's got 7 points for the quarter. So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dell Curry, for sure.
No, wait. Okay, I could have got that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up and coming, LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade's, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them win in championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
Here's Kleba after the Clippers pick up 2. Burke kicks to Kleba. Dallas moving it around. And it's right missing.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Shamet, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for J.J. Barea. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Green. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. And it's Paul George in for Jackson. Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
On the wing, George shoots over Doncic, but they get it back. Here's Williams. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Shamet. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Shamet's got 5 points now this quarter.
Great pass by Lou. He's such a good scorer. That allows him to draw the defensive attention away from his teammates.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Porzingis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Williams for 3. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Here's Shamet, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Mavericks trail by 5.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Doncic. They get it again. And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points, 3 steals. Hey.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Here's Burke. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 9 points for Trey Burke.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Leonard on the wing. There's the triple. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Porzingis lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Zubats, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that, but I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
Here's George following the three-point basket by Dallas. Count that bucket. George has got 6. Passes it to Porzingis. Now here's Burke. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Down low. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Porzingis.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
And here is Burke after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the reviews.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better. He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Justin Jackson. And Curry subbed in for Luka Doncic. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Finished off the break. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Marjanovic, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And it's George finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Wide open look. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. A 3-ball. The offensive rebound. Mavericks trail by 9. And here is Burke. He's got 15. Paul George with the steal. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Fast break, Dallas. Burke with the ball. Here's Hardaway. Outside for Curry. Takes the 3. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Right in Beverly's wheelhouse, finding space. Quick release off the catch. Money.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Here's George. We've got Hardaway. J.J. Barea is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Outside for Barea. Pass to Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Beverly for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Strong three-point shooter throughout his career. Can't afford to allow Beverly much room from out there.
They grab their own miss. Marjanovic, no good. Clippers leading by 13. Here's Shamet. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Barea. And he banks in the layup. Barea's got his first points of the night.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
To the paint. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Here's Shamet. His 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 15-point game from deep 3-point range. And it's Shamet with the rebound. The Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. A nice shot by George.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Barea. Goes back up. Outside for Curry. Shoots over Shamet. Dallas, no good that time either.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Got that one up quick.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
George, that's a 2-pointer. He drains the quick shot. George has got 27 points.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Hardaway finds Barea. Here's Marjanovic. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Los Angeles leading by 14. Pass to George from about 19 feet. Barea pulls it in.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Finney-Smith. The shot from the low post is good. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of 3-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more 3-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
George against Hardaway. And George gets it to go. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Shamet the pass to George. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. George has got 31 points. Here's Barea. The pass to Finney-Smith. Lays it up off the glass.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for J.J. Barea. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard's checked in. Here's Doncic. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
The deep three from George. Los Angeles with another miss.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Such a hounding defender. Beverly timing the steal and initiating the break.
Here's Hardaway to the middle. And Doncic gets it to go.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
From deep, George. That one doesn't go. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bet. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony.
lower body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Thanks for watching this week, and make sure you check back here for more news on NBA 2K21.
And make sure to follow us on social for all the event updates.
Remember, it's at NBA 2K_2KTV, and thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Coming right up,
it's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Well, DA, take it away. It can be a circus. David, thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beverly. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the 1.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And George with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And then George with the jam.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with a chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Collins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is where you want Collins to get the ball. He's a throwback kind of big man who thrives inside.
Zubats, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
There's the feed to Collins. He kicks it to Lillard. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. Do you think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go out. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon that.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 5 now.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Here's George. Williams. And Williams is right there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, he's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Jackson passes to Shamet. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Offensive rebound. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Lasagna's shot is off. For 3, Williams. He's off on that one. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother, her dealing with.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
Recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. And it's Green in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's Green. The putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Simons. That 3 off the mark. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
There's Shamet, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubats is checked in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. And the rejection by Zubats.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Shamet. That shot misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Here's Simons. Off target with his three. Clippers leading by 13. And Beverly kicks to Green. Back to Beverly. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Here's Jackson. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. And it's Little finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Pass to Trent. The three. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Lillard. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubats. Here's Leonard. But they recover it.
An area where McCollum must continue.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your take? And
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward.
One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's Dame time.
And here's McCollum for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Zubats with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Beverly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Well, Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. I mean, off the dribble, contested, from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Well, the NBA is entertaining. You know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass? The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Misses the three. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
Oh. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Cullen passes to Lillard. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
And at 280 pounds, I mean, Nurkic is difficult to deter, even when you hit him. I mean, he's just so strong.
And that one's good, George.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons. Even when the D is playing off of them, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Kicks to Lillard. Pass to Whiteside. Right wing. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the basket by McCollum.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Here's Shamet. Tries again. He feeds it to Green. Over Whiteside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw good, Green.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
McCollum passes to Whiteside. Back to McCollum. All sorts of time. They get it back. Lillard outside. Dishes it to McCollum. They shoot again. And the pass to Lillard. Here's Trent. He's covered by Leonard. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Trent. 7 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Leonard with the jam.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Leonard with the steal. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Make simple passes. We got him caught trying to make a great pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams, a 2-guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. Over Anthony. And it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers trail by 13. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Green. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Pass to Trent. Lillard outside. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers leading by 10. Beverly finds Morris. And a deep 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McCollum. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Clipper shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Here's Anthony. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good. Zach Collins checked in for Portland. And he can't hit the second. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic. How about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun is so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Portland, no good that time either.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
And Leonard stays with it. And the Clippers lead by 15.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Collins finds McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on George.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Right side against Beverly. Collins kicks to McCullough. Shot clock at 6. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. From deep. The shot by Anthony, no good. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 9-1 run. And Anthony sends it back. And they get it back. Morris with the bucket. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Passes it to Lillard. Outside Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 19.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity. Oh, well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Jusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Leonard stays with it.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they played for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
George from deep three-point land. Had the space there, but it's offline. It's tipped to the middle. Here's Azania. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Beverly wide open. Misses the deep three-point attempt. No good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the out. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
This week on NBA 2K TV, we're inside the bubble with Washington Mystics and 2K fan Aerial Powers. Plus, we're talking 2K21 with Mike Wang and Agent Zero.
A stunning view of the moon over our... And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Dallas, they've got Curry. He's out there with Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall. Others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. And Portland with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Curry's shot is good.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up.
Anthony against Hardaway. Anthony taking his time here. That shot off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. To give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. 4 on the clock. He was all alone on that one.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Portland with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Porzingis with the steal, and here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Dallas shooting their first free throws of this one.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. White, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Barea is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Portland making a change here. Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt.
Pass to Burke. Now, here's Barea. Defense is right there. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Portland leading. Here's Simons. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
From outside the arc. And Wright pulls it down. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside for Barea. The three. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. It's slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. Forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Burke, the pass to Wright. Marjanovic down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Portland out in front, leading by just 1. And we'll be back with you right after this.
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. Barea. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
And here are the Mavericks now. Nasir Little missing his last shot. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The three-pointer is right on target. Little's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP. 6 all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Shots good by Anthony.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
The pass to Collins. Anthony with it. Nurkic up top. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. They get the rebound. Portland moving the ball around. Now here's Collins. D right on him. Portland needs to get off a shot. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic can't hit.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Now Curry. Following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Finney Smith. Here's Anthony. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
McCollum dishes to Collins. Shoots over Curry. That's good from Collins on the assist by McCollum. Collins has got his first basket of the night. Jacks up a three. And it's wow, he nails the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now here is Hardaway. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding. Let him eat.
Doncic with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. Pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Over in the corner, Lillard. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he makes the first.
And just like his brother Steph, Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Wright in for Hardaway. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate, but in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Right side inside, guarded by Marjanovic. Here's Azania. Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. Lets it go from deep. Trent can't hit. Now the Mavericks with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Doncic finds Wright. Back to Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. Another shot. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Wright. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 8. Here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. That's tipped, and the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Burke. Zach Collins checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Little.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard attacking. Misses from short range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Doncic, solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Doncic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. Here's Trent, guarded by Wright. Anthony can't hit, and the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 19-4 run. Out to Doncic. From deep three-point range, kept alive.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Whiteside. Yes, that goes in. Whiteside's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Here's Doncic. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Mavs.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Collins, and he converts the layup.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
3-pointer, Lillard. Right side. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 14. And we'll get going after this.
That's sweet. You got to give a little more.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trailblazers trail by 14. On the court for the Trailblazers, The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Dallas shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Curry, good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, you really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And Doncic gets it to go.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. The 3 from McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks leading by 12. Curry kicks to Doncic. Shoots. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And he's good on the second.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Throw good, McCollum.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Fires the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Curry. No good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's to Collins. Now Nurkic. No one near him. That misses off the backboard.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Outside Hardaway. To the paint. No good from Finney-Smith. Trailblazers trail by 8. The 3 from McCollum. Up again. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Down low, here's Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Sinks the three-pointer.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Dallas.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
To end the run, Lillard, nice D from Doncic.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Curry on the foul.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Finney-Smith. Lets it go. Again, the Mavericks score.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
These are exciting times. The NBA is back. The WNBA is back.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I absolutely love seeing live basketball on my screen once again. It's glorious.
It is awesome, and it's been fun to see what the players
Welcome to 2K Sports and a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point.
And just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
On its way from Curry for 2. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent, which brings up a question these days: why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon, around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Both good from the line that time. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Porzingis, that's a 2, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
Here's Beverly. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
Now, here's George. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Leonard. That one's not going to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Porzingis, here we go. Hardaway with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis, 11 feet away. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Morris passes to Beverly. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And it's George missing.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Here's Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
Well, with so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Tipped away. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. Back to Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. 1:09 left here in the first quarter. In the corner, Shamet with it. Back to Zubac. Jackson down low. Burke covering. 11 feet away. Jackson gets the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Shamet with it. Now right defender. And that one's good. Shamet. There's 39 seconds left in the first. Marjanovic kicks to Kleba. Wants to get it to Barea and does. Sinks that one from the post. Here's Jackson. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Zubac against Marjanovic. Here's Shamet. Mavericks with the rebound. Barea with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
He feeds it to Wright. Here's Burke. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Kawhi Leonard has been... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got J.J. Barea. Also, Trey Burke out there. Marjanovic is out there with Wright. And it's Kleba in at the 4. No good from Zubac.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
A nice shot by Barea.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the game with the Mavericks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green.
And they'll support it.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Here's Burke, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Burke's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Green breaking loose, and again it's the Clippers missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Barea. He's been up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Shamet, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Morris. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Doncic. Dallas again missing. Stolen. Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. Here's Curry. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. The second chance effort. Here's Doncic. And that one is good. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
The Mavericks rebound. Kleba, the pass to Curry. Here's Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 7 points for Luka Doncic.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Back to Beverly. It's deflected. Here's George. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. George has got 7 points.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Beverly against Doncic. Launches a 3. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
The 3 from George. They get it back. Morris, and it's blocked.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
On the wing, Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Zubac trying to break loose. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Makes it off the glass. And now a 12-point Dallas lead.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7. And that'll...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. George against Curry. Morris kicks to George. Fires for 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Doncic, no good.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Leonard, no luck. Mavericks leading by 15. Here's Curry. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Curry can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Leonard the pass to George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Here's Williams on the money with the open jumper.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Wright for 3. It's good from long range. Wright's got his first 3 points of the game. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Burke, and the shot goes in.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Kleba, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Kleba's got 5 now.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
A nice shot by Barea.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Barea, the pass to Finney-Smith. No good on the shot, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Shamet. Barea pulls it in.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Dallas, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Morris. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. He has 6.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Finney-Smith passes to Wright. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. And he finished it off with the lay-in. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Marjanovic. That's tipped from deep three-point range. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks looking at a... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Curry. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Kleba in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hardaway for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. And the basket by Jackson.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Here's Doncic. Off target from outside. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Clippers trail by 12. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Beverly dishes to George. 3-pointer. A putback, and Crane is right there.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
To the wing right side. Dallas again missing. And here's Los Angeles. Good momentum, 8 straight points. The shot by George, no good.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Outside, George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Now that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
It's Curry outside. Connects from 3-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Porzingis against Green. Here's Kleba. Offensive rebound.
And any coach likes it when a guard gets in there and stays active on the glass. Hardaway Jr. did it that time.
Beverly finds Zubac. Now Leonard. Over Hardaway. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Leonard.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
Pulls it up. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard looking around. Back to Beverly. In the corner, George with it. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Curry. No good. Shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way. Dishes it to Doncic. Over Beverly. Doncic, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleber. To the right side. Now the pass to Magruder. Pass to Patterson. Let's go. Bullseye. Here's Curry. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Misses the jumper. Here's Magruder. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Substitution.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Noah. The three-pointer, no good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for...
upper and lower body fluidity. And goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Powers, welcome to 2K TV. So excited to have you on. I've wanted to have you on the show for a long time, so I am super excited that you're here right now. I know you're in the WNBA bubble. How is that and what's going on?
It's great. My internet is back and active, so I am in a wonderful state right now.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the bank. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. McCollum, it's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Now here's McCollum. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. 5 on the clock. Here's Nurkic. And that one drops for him. Nurkic has got his second basket of the game. We're going to see a lot of offense tonight, Steve. What can either team do to try and gain an advantage in this one?
You know, I think first you got to limit your turnovers. I think you got to rebound the basketball. And I love the teams that can get to the free throw line more than the others.
And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. It's stolen by Anthony.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Now here's Anthony. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Leonard, no luck.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Anthony, and it's sent back by Leonard. Beverly dishes to George. Here's Leonard. George trying to break free. And Leonard gets it to go. He has 6. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And Beverly kicks to Leonard over Lillard. Here's Zubac. Out to Morris. Pass to Beverly. Latrey drains the 3-pointer.
Right in Beverly's wheelhouse, finding space. Quick release off the catch. Money. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Now here's Leonard. He really played well in that last game against Golden State.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Passes it to Simons. Here's Little. The pass to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. The putback, and that one is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Offensive rebound. Here's Williams. Green, the pass to Shamet. Sinks the triple.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. Trent passes to Hazanya. Leonard with the steal. Here's Green. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Pass to Hazanya. Here's Simons. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Trent. Hits the three-point bomb.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by the Clippers.
Pass to Leonard. Fires the three. No good on that one. Here's Hazanya. And finish off by Hazanya.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like it drank for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the up. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. JaMychal Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams at the 2-guard. Now, here's Shamet. Covered by Lillard. Here's Jackson. Shamet, the pass to Leonard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony dishes to Lillard. This one for three. Rebounded by Jackson. The Clippers in the lead. Williams kicks to Leonard from the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead. I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And again, no good by the Clippers. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease. You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the jam by Whiteside.
Becoming a more complete player. Whiteside ready to catch there off the roll.
Poke loose. Outside, Green. Leonard looking over the floor. Jackson from long range. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Outside, Anthony. And the layup falls.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Trent. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Even when plays, Steve, aren't being run for them, certain guys always get a lot of their points on tip-ins and putbacks. They're always right there. Who catches your eye in that category?
Andre Drummond, for sure, Kevin. He's phenomenal on the offensive glass. Rudy Gobert, Al Horford, he gets those timely tip-ins.
He does, you're right.
And look at another guy is Whiteside. When he's engaged, he can. Marvin Bagley is a newer name and he's fantastic at that as well.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul George, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Passes to Simons. And it's off from three-point range. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
And let's review some numbers for McCollum. Putting up about 22 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. On the wing, George. Off target from three-point range. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. McCollum, and it's good off the glass. McCollum's got his second basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverley. And the pass to Little. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Puts one up from 19. The shot comes out. George with the defensive effort. To the middle. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Shamet. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. The Clippers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 9 points, 2 blocked shots. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they funnel people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Lillard with the bucket.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, your headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
To McCollum, Paul George with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverley. Beverley's got 4 assists in the game. McCollum finds Lillard. Right side, Collins. Pass to Nurkic. That one falls. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Here's Leonard. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's George finishing it off.
It's amazing. Everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Pass to Collins. McCollum outside. Back to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Leonard doesn't go for him.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Passes it to Morris. And here's George. Deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 13.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Lillard from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Beverly finds Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. The pass to Beverly from deep 3-point range. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Anthony. It's good. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Leonard on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Nurkic. Dishes it to McCollum. Stolen by George. And George with the stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Beverly. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Beverly's got 5 now.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Inside, here's Collins. Shoots over Leonard. Shot by Collins, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
George, no good.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
McCollum finds Collins. Can they get it? Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from McCollum. Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. 18 points for him.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Williams at the 2-guard spot.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Collins passes to Trent. On the left block, and it's sent back by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamit's checked in. Lillard outside. Over to the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Over Jackson. but they'll get another chance. Outside Anthony. Bucket is good.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now here's Jackson. Stolen by Collins. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
And here's Morris for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brent Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Trent passes to Collins. Lillard looking around. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
A different look now for Portland. Isanya, he's checked in for Collins. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Pass to Simons. Beyond the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
There's Isanya, and a lot of contact on that. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Near the three-point line, it's Morris off the left rim and out.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Back to Lillard. 58 seconds left in the fourth. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
You never know when your number's going to be called. Hassan Whiteside answering the bell.
Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Count the basket.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And here's George for three. No good there. And the Trailblazers going the other way. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lillard misses.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
Here's Zubac, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
With that long wingspan, Hassan Whiteside saying, no, not in my house.
Goes up on the high post, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.